Tonight's episode, The Endangered Species.
Okay, I'll try that again now that I'm actually saying something on here. So, good evening. We are watching the Pot of Gold auctions. This part of the screen is you saying stuff with your keyboard or your glass and you squiggle your finger around. This part of the screen is the Pot of Gold auctions. And I think what I'm going to try to do is zoom in. Let me know how that works. Oh, look at that. Now there's only 4 items going across. And now we'll just sit here watching. If anybody shows up, then we'll have participation. Otherwise, we'll just sit here watching auctions end. Looks like we got some kind of ivory thing, some kind of roll of pennies. Uh-oh. This radio got another bid. 10 magazines, $100. So $10 a magazine. It's only got 25 seconds left on it. What? Zoom back out so you can take a picture. Take a quick pic. 15 seconds left, you get 100 mags. I wonder what kind of mags those were. I can't open it in your window. Oh, they're real mags. Are they real? Oh man, those are legit mags, it looks like. Included are 10 used 30 round mags. Somebody just got them for $10 a mag. So I guess people are like, oh, I don't want things that are good. Interesting. Let's go ahead and take this photo. Or maybe I'll wait until that gun comes up. Dang! Dang! What's up with this? 13 rounds? No, 13 bids for all this 50 BMG loose ammo? Dang it. $75. Dang. $3 a round. I don't know how long it's been going, but well, I guess I do know how long. It's probably going since 6 o'clock my time for about an hour and a half. It goes for a while. So we're about to get a Black Widow. Oh, I got the hiccups. We're about to get a Black Widow to come up. I was going to say 283 bids. That's a lot of bids. Ruger coming up. Okay. Lots closing soon. Oh, does that take me to the top? No. How much will it set me, mags? $25 for 6 mags. I think those things used to be $3 a mag. All right, so we got some uranium glass. I know somebody who'd be interested in that uranium glass. $40 for all these different. Oh, snap! That's like a whole selection. You could eat off of radioactive dishes with that situation going on there. $40 for the whole set. Oh, it just got taken. I know somebody who would have wanted that. Do you know somebody who wanted a bunch of radioactive glass? Here's what you do. You can click into your computer, and then it'll show up right here. And then that's how you participate in the internet. And if you don't, then you're not doing it. So now we're going to see some little tiny gold bars in this light. And then it'll be this thing, and then it'll be that gun right there. So what do we got here? A Ruger. Oh, I thought it was a Colt. Wrangler side single action. Oh, is this that aluminum one that they make now for the kids? The 9mm kids can't handle a steel 22 anymore. So now they make them in aluminum. Heard about that. Boom. 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 There we go. Now we take this over to Instagram. Let's take this over to Instagrams. Link. So I guess there's no humans out there. I don't know why. There's no shows going right now. I'm not quirking anybody. Just don't like to participate. Am I chatting on here? Yeah. You just don't like to participate in live stuff. It's happening live. We're watching that single quarter go for $70. So I paid 70 bucks for a quarter, puppy. Oh, that's not a good picture. Is this a good picture? No, this is. All right, so we'll take that. Do that. Oh, no, I don't have to do this, this, this. Brighten that thing up. Make it so you can see it. Get some color back in there. A little bit of contrast. And then go over here. Something just got sold. What got sold? If anybody wants a link, let me know. Otherwise, oh, we're about to watch that 50 BMG get sold for 25 bucks. I'm over here Instagramming it up. So let me throw this on the Instagram one. Let me put this on there. Oh, I see how it is. I'm clicking the wrong thing. I gotta click this and then this. Kidding me? Now I got it posted on the Instagram. We can get back to paying attention. There's not a gun coming for a minute. Oh, we got some ammo coming. Oh, no, that's primers. Where's Dead Horse at? You want that primers? A whole bunch of stupid 8mm. Nobody wants anything in millimeters, so that won't get sold. It'll probably, people are going to move their bits once they figure out there's millimeters on it. Got some kind of baseball. I wouldn't pay 40 bucks for a baseball. I've seen them laying around all over the place. Plus, it had somebody's name on it, so it's probably stolen. A bunch of pictures. Nobody looks at pictures anymore. We have the internet, so we don't need those. Nobody's gonna buy them. Then we got a pistol, some kind of Smith & Wesson. Easy. It's probably one of them guns that's easy to make. You can probably buy this gun and then make it at home in less than a half an hour. That's what I'm afraid of. What if a ghost buys that gun? Right here. This looks like a ghost. Oh no, it's just some kind of artwork. Kind of neat. We got some kind of a French bayonet. You know what you're supposed to say whenever you say something like that? Only drop once. That's what we would say in the old days. That would bother people from France, I guess. A whole stack of wheat pennies. That's cool. There goes that coin. Bunch of ivory necklaces. I don't want no ivory necklace. Got some primers, got some silver. I'll take some silver. Got some kind of lapis box. Then that Black Widow's coming. 220 bucks. That seems like a deal. Those things, it seems to me that should be worth more than that. The grips are no good. I take the grips off of them when I had them. Put different grips on it. But otherwise, I would think that would go for more than 220. Let's see what else we got coming. Another Ruger. Sword. 85 bucks for that sword. Bunch of ammo, 54R, 165 bucks. It would be a lot easier if I would just drive up there and they could just give me this ammo. Then I wouldn't have to waste all this time doing an auction and everything. Oh, snap. 80 rounds of the Renko 308. That's some Chinese ammo right there. That's pretty. That's a nice looking box right there. You know who wishes he had that? That Night Strike. Because that would be what his Chinese gun is meant to be. Let's go back up here and see what's happening. Oh, we got a little while for that thing still. What is all this about? Oh, a mobile vault. Okay. Oh, look at this. $110. What? 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 I guess it's because it's not made yet. Hey, I had one like this, just like this too, in the styrofoam, in the garage. I know exactly where it was. We never made it. Yes, Night Strike is in the pocket of Big China. No, but this is where I plan to bring all my stuff up to. I got a real issue with the van right now, so I'm definitely not going to Phoenix with it. But eventually, I'll be taking stuff up there. Just got to figure out how to flip-flop it so that I fix some stuff on the van first, and then I can get up there. Or get a ride up there, I guess. I might have to. Uh-oh, everything's ending. We got this knife ending in 23 seconds. 60 bucks for an NRA Bowie knife. Oh, it's an NRA knife. Legacy of Freedom from the NRA. 60 bucks. I don't know. I guess somebody who's a big NRA fan would buy that, or somebody who's a big knife fan would buy that. Oh, I'm getting eaten alive. I think I'm going to go open another. What are we going to do? Try to create some breeze through here, see if that works. It's definitely not rainy anymore in Arizona. Right, I didn't miss the little thing that NAA is going for 220 bucks. It's got to be worth more than that. What's it called? North American Arms. Uno revolver. Am I allowed to look up guns? These are the people who do it, right? 314. See? What did I say? Boom. That's total deal. Somebody's getting a total deal right there. You're watching a total deal happen in 11, 10, 9, 8. Total deal. Bam. Happened right in front of your eyes. Somebody just basically stole the $100. Now I feel bad for a Gun Freedom Radio. They just got $100 stolen from them because of that. What do you think of these Navajo pots? These things are kind of neat. If you had one of them fancy houses where you have places to just look at stuff, that's what I'd have, some of these fancy potteries. What do we got over here? Some kind of place to put fancy potteries in? That's what it seems like. You can get an idea how big Pot of Gold Auctions is from this. They have the big square footage now, so they can bring big stuff like this in, keep it all nice and fancy and clean. So people can come in and look at this stuff during the week and then bid on it like this on Tuesdays. What do we miss? We missed something. Dang it, something happened. All these little butter knives got sold. I wipe my butter on stuff with other things, so I'm okay with that. Some kind of stone tables. Oh, dang, 15 bucks. Look, these giant stone tables are only 15 bucks. And these little tiny stones with fish in them are however much money. 50 bucks. I've seen a thing of how they collect these, and it's not worth 50 bucks. They basically just sweep these things up out of the desert. So somebody's making a fortune selling old fish out of rocks. What is this? 100 rounds of 12 gauge in a hard case. No guns for a minute. Jewelry. Oh, I guess that's what that is. Why is this one so expensive? Why is that a $25 penny? How can you even have a $25 penny? Is that legal? A lot of 8 natural stones and a geode. That's pretty sweet. How much does this stuff cost? $35. Rocks. Let's go look through a bunch of caves and find one for nothing. 54R, 330 bucks. Oh, what's going on here? Some kind of bullpup 12 gauge. Uh-oh, that looks cheap. What are we missing? Do auction places like this have an FFL? I guess they probably do, but I don't know if they have to, because they could just hang out with somebody who has an FFL, and then that way they wouldn't have to have one. They could let somebody else deal with it, and then usually an FFL can do business wherever they've got like a reason to be there. And I would assume that an auction creates that kind of situation. But I'm not really sure. I've seen a couple of TV shows back in the old cable days when there was only cable TV. And there was shows about people that ran auctions, I think. I never really talked about the gun part of it. 200 rounds of 30-06 Tracer. That's cool for $1 a round. That's crazy. Looks like this Ruger's about to go for 300 bucks. Oh, it's over. It went for 300 bucks. I'm thinking that's cheap because that had a fancy stock on it. Large homemade sword. What? That is a homemade sword. Five bids. 35 bucks. I don't know if I'd pay 35 bucks for that. It's kind of neat though. Well, there's all them rocks getting with the fish on them, going for 50 bucks. Those things are like millions of years old. And they're basically fish that got stuck in the mud, and then the layers of mud, so they just go in there and peel them off. Ham and cheese. What? No, I don't know what we're talking about ham and cheese. I wasn't sure if it was a private sale and then the seller pays the auction and commission. See, I don't know. I'm not totally sure. I'm sure that that's what's happening, right? Like, they don't buy everything from people and then hope to sell it. I'm sure they're just holding on to it like a pawn or something, like until it gets sold by auction or whatever. Wonder why it's not keep bringing in new ones like this. What's up with that? I'm going to refresh. Oh, am I getting disconnected? Am I having bad internet? It was G23. There we go. Now we got two of them again. Here's some kind of 1907 sword. More like a bayonet though. Yeah, that's an old bayonet. So I ran around when I was a little kid with one of these. Actually, do I have it? No, I don't. I used to run around with one of these though and beat the crap out of trees and bushes and stuff. I didn't even care because nobody cared. It was just a big sword. It was a sword, but it was basically a giant bayonet. I think I ended up beating the crap out of it pretty good, but it held up good. Like, it held up pretty good. That kind of metal is good metal. Anyway, how much did it go for? $135. You got that kind of money. And I don't know if it was that one. I had the one that went on the end of a grand, so I think it looked a little different actually. Normally, if you sell something at an auction, you pay a certain percentage of the auction for selling it to you. Yeah, exactly. I bid on what? You got to be more specific because we're going to have lag to deal with. Also, what's happening over here with what's his face and the rip-off version of the Daily Gun Show that they do all the time. Here we go. We got 16 minutes. All right, so looks like we got a big bucket of 22 Thunderbolts coming. Oh, there's Magnum. There's 44 Magnum in there. What? So the coffee pot thing has a bunch of 44 Magnums in it, and those look to be reloaded. Oh, you know who would go nuts over that? Echo. He would probably take them all apart and fiddle with each one of them. So 300 rounds of 44 Magnum and 500 rounds of 22 long rifle for 200 bucks. Is that a good deal, or is that not a good deal? Oh, here's a bunch of polished stones. What's up with this? I don't like them when they're polished as much. I wouldn't mind having a collection of all bunch of spheres that are made out of different rocks, but I really don't want to pay for them. So I don't know how to get that collection. Let's see. I bid on that bayonet. Oh, okay. Get a room. And let's see. So here's another baseball that they stole off some kid. The kids write their name on it. You should at least give it back to them if they wrote their name on it. There's Night Strike's ammo. Oh, shit. Here's Night Strike's ammo that he wants so bad, but he won't buy it because he's scared to buy it. 60 bucks. I hate to think of people buying stuff like that and then just shooting it at the desert floor, because that's what they're going to do, is go shoot it in the hill. Just waste all that history. We got 600 rounds of Swedish fish. I mean, M14 training ammo. What? Why do they say that when it's not an M14? They don't like how Europe just goes around using our numbers and letters. So here's a set me bayonet. Oh, and an AK bayonet right in the middle of there, and FAL bayonet. So that's interesting. Let's try to figure out what AK bayonet that is. Oh, we already know. It's a Bulgarian, so that's easy. And then it's a Bulgarian, kind of a plain one. Nice leather. It's in good shape. So $6, $35, and $10. So let's see what they're actually charging. What they're up to. So what did I come up with? 6, 10, and 30. So for $50. What do we got over here? 95. That's too much. That's too much money. That's how you say it in Italy. In my native language, that's how you go. That's too much money. Let's see. My aunt gave my daughter a huge jar of stones from Arizona and Midwest. Oh, really? Like polished fancy stones, like for your fancy rich people, or your regular rocks, like for regular people? Like rocks you find, or rocks that you go to some fancy store and you buy them because they're all polished up? This one on here was a bunch of polished ones. They looked like spheres, basically. That baseball, some kid's baseball just went up to $200. Crazy. That old revolver, or what am I trying to say? This old Derringer single shot pistol kit from the olden days, a CVA 45 caliber percussion pistol kit in its original packaging. That thing's up to $111. However, I'm guessing there's tons of old people. Everybody my age and older is buying that because now they can finish that kit, and they probably don't care about $100. That probably was like a $25 kit back in the day, right? What else we got? Blown cherry glass vase. Nope. No, thank you. I'm not trying to clean that up. So let's see. Oh, the thing went with 14 bids for $110. Dang, I wonder if I got one of these laying around. I know I got the gun. You could probably get a tumbler and go to the rock polishing business. No, they can't. There's a ton of people. There's literally a ton of people in Arizona that do that. You can't even imagine. Because it's that easy. You can just literally walk out. Back in the olden days when the cowboys were out here doing their thing, being mean to Indians and whatnot, they could just go to a hill and pick up, well, I guess the Spaniards would come out here and just pick up the gold off the ground, and the turquoise and whatever would just be laying on the ground. But whatever they left behind told the old timers where to dig, or they figured out where to dig. And the old timers would dig and take out everything that was obviously good, like that was just like raw material, like, you know, good stuff, whole veins and stuff. And then what they left behind, like what an old timer would shove a shovel into and throw away because it wasn't fancy enough for them, people go out there and grab that stuff constantly now. You can just go into the tailings out there and get tons of cool stuff. In fact, the tailings are probably already picked through for the most part, but you can still go out in the middle of nowhere and find some tailings. And I mean, you're not finding gold and stuff, but you'll find malachite, all the fun stuff, all the crazy coppers and silver pieces or stuff that's like, or next to them on the chains or whatever it's called, adjacent metals. All right, bunch of jewelry and coins. We got those G3 mags are about to go for $35 for 6 of them. It's too much. I can't pay that much. Plus, I don't even have that gun, so no point in paying that much. Let's see, we got some more bayonets coming, a bunch of coins, a bunch of scopes. I don't know nothing about your no scopes, so I'm not buying no scopes. Steyr AUG mags, what? $40. This has to be wrong. What? 5 factory Steyr mags, translucent polymer, 5 of them is $40? That makes no sense to me. That seems like a deal. That seems like somebody is making some money right there. What's going on up here? Nothing. Somebody's bidding the hell out of that kid's baseball. The kid wrote his name right on it. So you're basically, you know, some kid wants that baseball back. It was up to $230. That's nuts. I can write my name on a baseball and get $230 for it. I'm gonna start doing that. Oh, I just got another bid. Or no, it went to the closing part. That's nuts. People are nuts for buying baseballs. All right, next up is going to be these Tapco mags for $35. How can Tapco mags be sitting there for $35 and Steyr AUG mags are $40? Am I wrong, or are Steyr AUG mags difficult to get? Back in the day, those things were not available. Not plentifully available. Whose name? Oh, Joe DiMaggio. Some kid named Joe DiMaggio. For $230. But that guy probably wrote his name on all kinds of stuff. Definitely baseballs, right? That guy probably got sick of writing his name on baseballs. Assuming he's not, I don't know if he's dead or not. It looks like somebody had a collection because here's a picture of the guy getting sold for 35 bucks. Oh, snap. What's all this about? A $100 red note. So that's a fancy old-fashioned $100 bill for 230 bucks. I'd have barely pay 100 bucks for that. That one's an interesting looking thing. I'm guessing it's Nazi because of how Nazi it looks. Well, you can buy his balls. It probably is. Maybe Tapco collectible now that they're gone. Maybe. It could be actually, but they're not unwrapped. You know, they're wrapped. Those bayonets are up to 110 bucks. Please tell me it's because that freaking Bulgarian is worth that much. That, I hope, is the case because I have more than one Bulgarian for damn sure. So that would be awesome if I could get 100 bucks for every one of my Bulgarians or more. That would be even better. Let's keep watching that one go up. I don't know if I should put my bayonets up here. Let's see, we got those 200 rounds of tracers, an Asian thing, decorative items. I feel like that's racist. Oh, it's racist. Look at all this. All right, we're going to go back up here and look at those bayonets. We got 1 minute. How much time we got before this rip off of the Daily Gun Show? 7 minutes. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to click on this, and then I'm going to get my link. And we go like this. Suckers. All right, now we're at 25 seconds and 110 bucks for them bayonets. Crazy. Crazy. Because this is definitely worth $6. And that one's worth 10 bucks or vice versa. There's no way nobody's paying. And if they're paying 10 bucks for a FAL bayonet, I'm down because I got more than one of those too. But dang, I'm hoping that's all that value went to that AK bayonet right there because that is not an expensive AK bayonet right there. All right, and now we got some Czech bayonets. I never had any of those, so I'll click on it anyway. Oh, maybe I did have one of these. I might have had something like this. I like to fight with these, so they would never give them to me. All me and my cousins would fight with those, so they would never give them to us. I could have the U.S. ones because we didn't have that little curvy thing, so we didn't sword fight with them. It was okay if I went out and smashed a bush or something, but we weren't allowed to sword fight for whatever reason. 38 rolls of dimes. What would you need that many dimes for? What legitimate reason could somebody have for wanting 38 rolls of dimes? Why would you need 38 rolls of dimes? This is the kind of stuff that I feel there should be laws against it. I don't like this whole idea that anybody can just buy whatever amount of dimes they want and just possess them, just own them in their own home. We'll kind of move on from that. It's freedom. I guess we have to allow it. Let's race. This must be racist. The racist. Oh, snap. A Beretta 3032 covert semi-auto 22 long rifle. So see what they're doing here? Beretta, copycat company that always copies off of me, made this Beretta with a thing on it. What do you call it? A threaded barrel in the front because they thought it would be a good idea, right? Because you put a suppressor on this gun. What would give Beretta the idea to put a suppressor on a tiny little 22 that most people would never think it's even legal? Like, why would you even want to put a suppressor on a tiny gun like that? So let's go to, let's just type Beretta in here, see what comes up. Shooting a Beretta Minx 22 short. No, close. Close. Oh, you know what I should put in here? Suppressed. See what comes up there. Oh, look at that. Boring. Tone it down. Boring. Stupid game. Don't waste your money. Okay, then, boom. Look at that. We had to make our own because Beretta hadn't made it yet, so we just made it. We didn't wait around for them to make something. here's my Berettas. Back in the day, I had a collection of Berettas. And then back in the olden days, if you had wind noise on a video, people would have a fit. So they had to put that warning in there. So those are my old Berettas. I don't have them anymore. And then this other guy was like, oh, those Berettas are awesome. Now I want to suppress one. And he seen that I got that one with the long barrel, so he was obsessed with that idea. And then it turns out a competent gunsmith doesn't need a big long barrel to hork off of, that they can just do it. So yeah, this was from, you can see right here, it's proof from 2013, before Beretta even made this gun. And then here it is, just a minute or two later, Beretta copying off of us because we gave them the idea and they didn't even pay me for it. I'm just saying, there's proof of it. But yeah, that happened. Oh snap! That giant shotgun thing he just sold for $470. I feel bad for whoever bought this because now they own a giant shotgun. Why doesn't the picture change? A Landor Arms. Anybody ever heard of this thing? Ugh, just looking at it makes me feel uncomfortable. Close that and close that. I don't know nothing about these scopes. Oh, I see that Echo is in here. I went over here and dropped that link to hork a bunch of viewers off of the rip off of the Daily Gun Show. So they've got quite a bit of ammo in here. You missed some primers. I think it was 2,000 large pistol primers went for $5. Here's 3,000 pistol primers, CCI and Winchester. These are going for $165. I don't know if that's a good deal. 3,000 primers for $165. You got 4 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second gone. I don't know if that was a good deal or not, but you just missed a minute ago. 5,000 primers went for $5. I thought that was a good deal. Here's these Steyr AUG mags going for $40 still. They're down to a minute. I can't imagine why anybody wouldn't want to buy these. It seems like an investment in the future, but whatever. So 5 mags for $40, and they're just going to sit there and get bid out. Yep, that's what's happening. And then these went up to $35. That makes no sense. Here's the difference. Sane, rational people that shoot, or no, insane people that shoot. No, I don't know how to figure this out. There's no way to figure this out. It makes no sense why that's happening. Oh, this just went up to $50. Now I have a little more faith in humanity. You like that bullpup? I just bid $100 or $1 on everything. I've done that. I didn't win nothing in the last auction. I bid nothing. Like I bid $2 on a whole bunch of pallets of stuff. I didn't win nothing. It was a fair, not great deal. Usually 1,000 primers go for about $35. Okay, that's I was kidding on this one. This didn't really happen. But that's a good rule of thumb. Thanks. Oh, now these magazines just went up to $70 with a minute left, and now they're up to 6 bids. Is it because of me letting everybody know? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Now we got a Henry coming up. Golden Boy 22. If I had that thing, I would get it engraved and then give it to somebody because I wouldn't. What got dinged? Something got dinged. I think it dings when something's over because it's not when it gets a bid. I think it dings when it's done. Those mags are going to go for $70. I don't know if that's appropriate price or not. It seems cheap to me, but what do I know? I don't know. Steyr AUG. Everybody who has a Steyr AUG seems like they've also got a pack of, stack of money laying around. So you would think that they would be like, oh, I don't care. I'll pay any price for those 5 mags. But nope, they went for, boom, $70. All right, let's keep going. What's up with this? Oh, those are scopes. Does anybody care about this Henry? Oops. Does anybody care about this Henry? It's at 420. It just looks like a fancy waiting to be engraved type to me. Oh, that's how you change the picture. Okay. I mean, like I say, they're neat. If I had a kid or something that was graduating something or did something worth something, won a ballet class or something, then I would engrave that or have that gun engraved and then give that gun to that kid. What comes first, the AUG or the stack of money? Well, the stack of money, right? No AUG person goes around making money. You have to have a bunch of money and then be like crazy with it to go buy a AUG. All right, we're not missing any guns here, so we got a Ruger Security 6. I don't know anything about it. Again, there's way too many rolls of dimes. I don't know what that's about. An African Yoruba bearded lizard wall hanging. I think it looks like it's. Oh wait, I don't know. I think that's just made for tourists. I don't know. There's that Beretta, which we proved they ripped off of us in our video from 2013. Got a bunch of 6.8 brass for $100. Let's see how much. 500 new brass for 6.8 Remington Special. 500 of them for $100. That doesn't seem like that good. A Harley HO train set. What? Like, oh, I got you that train set you wanted, except it's Harley Davidson. Like, dang it, I like trains, not motorcycles. And then some of the other kid is like, oh, I got you that Harley Davidson plate set you wanted. All right. Oh, you got me trains. I wanted motorcycles. No kid wins with this set. Seems like that set was setting people up for disappointment. Police handcuffs with a key for $100. What? What? Oh, they're Colts. Interesting. I didn't know Colt handcuffs were worth something. Look at that. They're so fancy that they got each little cuff goes in its own little like its own little pouch inside the pouch. Roll of dimes, so hopefully you get silver ones. Dude, I'm pretty sure that when I go back to look at these roll of dimes, they are, every one of them rolls are like fancy plastic rolls where you screw the top on. It says this lot features a collection of. How obnoxious is that? I would have never started the Daily Gun Show with such a loud and a ruckus type of music. Such ruckus. All right, so then it says that the roll of dimes includes 38 rolls that are 65 through 97. It says 46 silver, 90% coins. This is just general info. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that a chunk of those are probably, at least this tube, you can kind of tell by looking at the side of a dime. So this one for sure, I believe, would be all silver. Some of these, yeah, you're right. I don't know how many of them would be silver, actually. Oh, there's definitely some silvers right here, right? So yeah, maybe some of the, or no, those are, I think that's the threading. I don't know what's going on here. I don't think there are that many silver, though, now that I'm looking at it. Now that you can see the edges of them, you can totally tell that a lot of these are not silver, actually. So again, we go back to why anyone would need legally to have that many dimes.
Well, since we got into talk, mostly like, 4 days or something like normal because it's Tuesday. So anything 2A for you today?
All right, well, that show's starting, so I don't need to quirk that dude. So I recommend you go over to this guy's show and watch a live conversation about 2A and then guns, I guess. The auction, I can't link to it because I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to link to stuff like that. But I'm happy to go live and kind of look at it. I did miss the good stuff today. I was doing other stuff, I guess, and didn't think about the auction until about halfway through here. So at least we went live for about 40 minutes watching some of the auction every Tuesday, or at least often on Tuesdays. The gun free or the Pot of Gold auction goes live, like we're watching, and does their different types of auctions. Actually, they don't always do the same one. Today they had 415 lots. There are 45 of them left. So we did get here towards the end. It doesn't look like we have another Beretta. Nobody likes Berettas. And then we have a Canic. Nobody likes Canics. And then that's it. There's just a knife at the end, which I'm guessing people would like since it's at $350 already. But otherwise, thanks for tuning in for this. I'll leave it up for people to watch in the future. And there's another baseball with some kid's name right now. With that, we'll end it. We'll recommend that you head over to the Guns Barbecue Show, where they attempt to be like what the Daily Gun Show was, except not as good, like only twice a week. I'll leave this as the exit part of it. Well, first I'll do this because of Guns Barbecue. then we'll end the show.
Thank you for supporting our projects. If you'd like to buy us a cup of coffee, check out our Patreon channel.
The guys and gals of gunwebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thank you for watching gunwebsites.com.